Good morning, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? Let me start that guy up. So it looks like everybody's doing pretty well. So how did everybody do yesterday as far as MNKD? I mean, absolute ripper, right? That was huge. So that in general was a big runner. What I was gonna say is I had to go to class yesterday, so I really didn't get to catch much of that action. So Alejandro, thank you for joining in, brother. Everybody, good morning. I do want to say I was pretty tired this morning. I don't know why. I was really tired, but beyond that, there is some good news. I just saved about 15% or more of my car insurance by switching to Geico. So you guys might want to think about doing that. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, right? I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. I only got a couple stocks to really watch here, but other than that, we'll be good to go. All right. Let's see. So I think that the stocks we're going to have on watch are definitely going to – why is this on my screen? I don't want that on my screen. There we go. All right, cool. So I think the stocks that we have on watch definitely have some opportunity to make us some money today, and that's the game plan, right? So first, I'll just go over HMNY. So initially, I was thinking about going long on HMNY, maybe like over this, $15.50 or 50-cent area. So real quick, HMNY had a 3 million share float, average volume of about 2 million, and then yesterday it was trading at 6 million. So it looked good, right? All this stuff definitely looked good. Looking at the daily chart, let me pull this up, switch the time frame on it to a daily. All right. Yeah, so so we're gonna go over MNKD in a little bit. So you guys remember how I kept stressing that HMNY was gonna be definitely looking at a short place here. It was in this area. That was what I was looking for, but it didn't quite fall as hard as I want. But as you can see, after it had that pullback, we had this next big green candle to spike up, and it looks as if it's running into some resistance in this $15 area. So the idea here was to get in maybe over the pre-market high today. Maybe this thing could continue running, but right now it doesn't look so strong. So I was initially thinking long. Now I might be thinking short below 1450, right? So I'm just going to watch it. I'm not going to rush anything today. Just going to really take it slow, watch it, see how it goes. So that was the first one. It was a potential long, but it doesn't look so hot right now as for a long. Taking a look at MNKD now. So the only reason I really want to have any sort of focus or attention on MNKD is simply because of the move that we seen it make yesterday, right? So Steven, the screen share is on YouTube. So if you search my name on YouTube, Connor Polifrone, you will be able to see the screen share and look at all the charts, okay? So now if you do, HMNY is definitely overextended. There's no doubt about it, but I've seen plenty overextended stocks continue to run. And I think that HMNY definitely has the potential to do so. But you're right. It looks weak right now. But I've seen stocks that look weak like this before end up having a pop. So there's this little bit of me that thinks that it's possible we'll see MNKD have a pop today based on the move that it had yesterday. There might be enough traders looking at it that we could see a pop on MNKD today. You can't really play the pre-market. I mean, you could try and play pre-market high breakout, okay? You could try and play it up here. But based on where the price is at right now, that's almost 50 cents. That's almost a 50-cent gap. So you essentially be losing out on 50 cents of profit before it even reaches a pre-market high breakout. What does look good about it right now is the fact that it is putting in higher lows. Okay, but it's still not strong. So we're definitely going to have to wait and see how things progress as 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30 roll around. All right, so these are just some quick ones that I went over real quick, and then obviously we're going to have some time to take a look at some more, and hopefully something comes better. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. You did try and tell me MNKD yesterday, and that was the thing is I looked at MNKD before hopping on the live stream, and you know it looked like it was actually running into a lot of resistance, and I'm like, nah. It even looked extended, so it looked extended. So I'm like, you know, I'll just leave it behind today. But you're right. You know, you ended up spotting MNKD, and it absolutely became a monster. And that was the thing. We're like, you know, it's got to go over. I think it was like 386, if I'm correct. Probably like the 386 area is where the resistance was. And next thing you know is an absolute killer. So complete props to you, man. That's a good job on spotting that out. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. You didn't have shares or short on MNKD. So I mean, I wouldn't really hold. I mean, for me, holding HMNY till the movie pass IPO. I mean, I guess you could. I wouldn't you know, I'm not going to recommend doing anything about it, but you know, there's no shame in day trading it, because by day trading you minimize all the risk by getting crushed overnight. That's really why I love doing day trading, and rather than, you know, but yeah, Mr. Cornut, absolute props to you, brother. I mean, I almost put it on watch, and then I was like, nah. And it's like, yeah, I wish I would have, but you know, there you go. That's the reason why we do these, and there's the reason why we want more people in them, just like you. So whether I miss them, you bring it to the table, right? That's the whole idea here. So let's go on to the next one. So MNKD might see a little bit of action today, but it's really a hit or miss just because it had a huge day yesterday. I, on the other hand, will look to short MNKD below $5. Let's look at TROV next. I don't know how it's performing right now. It looked okay. So I do like TROV. TROV does look good. What I'm going to hope that happens is we come back up to retest 113 right at about the morning, right as soon as the bell opens. All right. B, I would like to see it consolidate in this area above $1. If TROV can consolidate and hold $1, chances are we'll see a nice spike out of the gates today. And better yet, hopefully a break over 113. So it's pretty obvious there what we need to have happen for TROV. It does have a 30 million share float. So TROV is it's a little bit bigger of a float, right? Yeah, exactly, Jack. Like I forgot to even mention that. So I do think it does have news. It was the leukemia. Okay, so they got myeloid leukemia gets FDA orphan drug designation. So they do have to do something with cancer, and the FDA kind of giving them the go ahead on maybe some of their drugs or whatnot. So a lot of times those tend to have a little pop, but it has to stay above $1 pre-market to really see that action. It's possible we'll see a red to green move, but I really think that we have a good chance at a morning pop on TROV. And for you guys that may have just started trading, you have to remember that most of these morning pops, these quick spikes right out of the gates, they're like 1 candle, 2 candles, maybe 3 candles before you see a significant pullback, usually. So what that tells you is your trade that you're taking this morning, if it were to be a quick morning spike, for me, I am literally in them for like 30, 40, 50 seconds, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then I'm done with them because chances are they're going to come right back down. So I'd rather lock in the profit from the quick morning spike than to sell on the pullback, right? And then if it does turn around and want to come back to play, then I just enter on the new breakout or the pullback or, you know, so on. So don't get caught on the downside of these morning spikes. All right, next one is XXII. So, yep, XXII, not bad. I mean, I followed it for a long time. I don't even think it has news, or does it? No, it does. It had some news this morning. Phase 3 study using. Okay, so it actually has pretty damn big news. It has phase 3 study using 22nd Century's Spectrum Research cigarettes demonstrates immediate reduction to very low nicotine is most likely to lead to less harm, so less harmful. And if you're not familiar with what XXII does, they basically try to reduce the amount of nicotine and I believe carcinogens that are within the everyday tobacco. So they have to do with like I think it may have been genetically modifying tobacco so that it's less harmful and there's less nicotine in cigarettes and something like that. So what they do is cool, right? I like what they do. They have good news this morning. So XXII could definitely be a very good stock to play. As of right now, it's putting in lower highs, and it's actually looking pretty, it's not looking bad. It's actually looking pretty good. I think that XXII will probably see a pop today out of the gates. I think it has a very strong probability of doing that. It's possible we could see a red to green move. Again, it is gapped up quite a bit. There were people swing trading this, so there's a chance that people will sell. But I really think that the amount of people swing trading it would probably hold the position based on the news there is. I'm looking for more gain. And James, you're absolutely correct. XXII has an 84 million share float. And when I checked earlier, they were trading at about 224,000 shares of volume pre-market. So I think that that's good. That's all good news right there. Okay, so it's definitely looking good. I think XXII, we could definitely see a pop here. And then, you know what? I'll run over this one. I had it on watch earlier. I don't know how it's performing right now, but it's worth taking a look at, I guess. And we'll do it real quick because I know most of you guys, I know some of you don't short, but look at, if you're a short player, look at SNCR. This could go both ways right now, but I mean, it could definitely go both ways. I mean, I would look for maybe a potential long if it breaks 14. Or I would look for a short if it can't break $14. So if this thing cannot go through about this level, $14, it really doesn't have much opportunity for a long position, and it has more opportunity for short if it can't break this. So what I would really like to see happen is to see this grind all the way up to 14 and then get rejected in this 1385 or the $14 area, and then look for it to come back down, and then I could take a short position. So that's a possibility. But the stock is a little sketchy. I mean, if you look at the daily chart, I mean, this thing's kind of a sketch factor. And I don't, I mean, look at it. Most of the time it's up, down, down, down. So and if you look at the daily chart, a lot of times this thing gaps up and then it consolidates sideways. So I'm not really too sure about it because today it gapped up, and then most of the time it just consolidates sideways, and it recently just gapped up. And so it might just end up doing the same thing where it doesn't come down. It just kind of chills and hangs out. So we'll watch it. Just be, cautious of it, courteous. So let's see. No, I didn't. No, daily on doesn't look very good. Mr. Cornut, hey, guy, yeah. By the way, guys, I love spending my morning with you guys. I mean, this is all. I mean, it's the best thing I get to do every day. I mean, it's every day. I wouldn't really call it my job because I love what I do, so I don't consider loving what you do your job. And then my girlfriend always asks me like what I'm doing, or do I have time to do this, and I tell her I have to work. But it's like I don't even want to tell her I have to work because I'm really, in my opinion, I'm not really working. I like doing it, so I don't really consider it work. But what else are you going to call it? Like, oh, I got to go do my passion. I got to go do my love. I got to go do my dream. So no, you still substitute those words with I have to go work, but at least you're enjoying your work, right? Let's look at, somebody did want me to look at ATOS. Right, so let's look. ATOS. All right, so I wouldn't really, I mean, just on a quick run through of ATOS. Oh god. really low. I'm really not into those low price stocks below $1. I mean, I sometimes play them, but below $1, they get really sketchy and they just don't follow rules. They get really sketch. Arthur, so it sounds like basically you're just kind of asking what my execution speed is. My execution speed's like lightning fast. I mean, there's sometimes my order doesn't go through, but that's only when like how do I put it? It's only like when the price, basically if the price is too close, like I'm trying to sell too close to the exact price, and then which I usually will just hit the next level down on level 2, which is like a penny above. So I technically like lose a penny. But chances are that usually doesn't happen. But most of the time, my stuff goes through right away. Oh, and early bird, no, it's not. I actually just sent them an email because they said it could take up to 14 days, and now it's been 17 or 18 days. So I just sent them an email. And there's another gentleman that I'm in contact with that's using like the same broker, and he even got completely locked out of his demo account. And so that's pretty unusual. I think me and him happen to just be running into some weird technical issues. So no, it's not. And so I sent him an email. I'm waiting on a reply right now. It's actually possible that they got back to me just now. Actually, I'm going to check that real quick here. Oh, boom, baby. We're going to be live today. It is lit. They just emailed me back, and I have the credentials for my live account. This is awesome. This is awesome. Kindly. Oh, man. I got to complete an online registration before I can. Okay, fine, whatever. But so let's continue. Good news. My stuff is going to be up and going today. I feel like a new man. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. So back to that ATOS, I'm not too sure about it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Now it's like, let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, let's go. So, yeah, a little excited over here. Little excited. So the three we'll go over for anybody who came in late. The ones we're watching were EMNKD, potential long or potential short. Be cautious. HMNY, it looks more like a short to me today. I don't know if I'm going to mess around with it. It could get a little trappy. I would have liked to short below 15. I'd be up 55 cents or 45. All right, so let's oh, you know what? I apologize. That was the most important one I forgot to mention. Is SWCH, switch, okay? This is what I want everybody to focus on. I can't believe I forgot to write it down. Okay, so for those of you on Facebook and for those of you on YouTube, listen to what I'm saying. Definitely watch the ticker SWCH. Now, you're not going to be able to find SWCH, or well, you will, but no charts are going to be available. You will not see a level 2 right now. You will basically see absolutely nothing with SWCH. Raymond Orlando, you are absolutely correct. Raymond is correct that the IPO price is targeted or supposed to be opening at $17 a share. All right. This is supposed to be the third biggest IPO of this year to this date. They're supposed to be the third biggest one to open this year as far as stocks becoming initially publicly tradable. Okay. So definitely watch Switch. It's SWCH. They're a technology company that pretty much focuses in satellites, providing TV services, phone services, internet, and probably some other stuff that I don't know about. So I do have a strong chance that we may see this run like we did see Roku run on its initial public offering. And I apologize, but you're right. Switch won't be, not that maybe it will or won't. I'm not sure. I haven't even checked whether or not it's going to be available on Robinhood. If it's not, I apologize. And you probably can't find it on Robinhood yet because it's not tradable, right? Robinhood's just not smart enough to know that it's not tradable probably. So when it is tradable, you might have the opportunity to buy it. I just don't know. All right, I just don't know that yet. Very good question. Another important question is Switch. So this is what Switch is going to look like. It's loading right now on my screen, but Switch is their initial public offering. At what time they could become tradable is not yet determined. It's still to be announced as far as what time they're going to make it tradable. And actually, my computer's not loading any of the charts right now. Whatever. So that is what it is. Now let me go into a pre-market scan here, see if anything has changed. TROV is still up. Giga is up. What is Giga? Let's take a look at Giga. Ooh, yeah, not a huge fan of this chart. I would not care for to watch it. It's too choppy. KTOV, CAPR. CAPR was a recent runner. Maybe that can give us some good moves today. Let's look at the 1 minute. Nah, not a big fan of it. Let's see. Yeah, so and that's the thing is I had it up earlier, but it was like it was still loading. You just can't, you really can't do anything yet. Yeah, here's the thing is Switch, it isn't anything right now, so it won't really let you load it right now. So don't even, just keep it. What I would recommend is if you had maybe another monitor. I have obviously monitors, but if you have another monitor, you can keep Switch up on your other monitor. You can have it displayed just ready to go, so that when the IPO and it does start trading, you'll see it. It'll kick on and start going for you. Yeah, RYTM had an IPO that I missed, and it did pretty damn good. And that's the kind of move we're expecting to hopefully come from Switch. Here's the thing with IPOs, they're crazy. I never recommend jumping in on an IPO. You don't want to jump in on the first candle because you never know what's going to happen. You got to wait for some type of confirmation, and they're really challenging to trade. They really are, because you don't have a chart that tells you support and resistances. All you really get is your intraday moving averages. I mean, there is really nothing to go off of as far as IPOs go. So CAPR looks a little interesting on its chart here pre-market. Maybe want to keep that one on watch. Definitely worth looking at. So let's see here. So that's where I'm going to end it here, a little bit short, because I got to go and fill out whatever they're asking me to fill out for my live account, so that way I'm not here, screwing around by the time the bell opens, and make sure that all my hotkeys are running properly and whatnot. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to have to leave you guys. So again, be patient with your trades. Don't rush anything. There's no need to rush anything. Like I said, I just got my new live account. I'm going to go ahead and go get everything cleared and signed in, make sure it's running properly. That way I'm ready to go by the time market opens. So I'm going to end a little quick here. So once again, thank you guys for joining in, and I will catch you at 12:30 today for a market recap. Hopefully I'll be green on the day, and we can go over some of the trades that I took, and then we can kind of answer some questions, just kind of go back and forth and bounce ideas off each other. That's really what we do at about 12:30 while the market's slow. Hopefully we can find something for power hour trading. That's where I'm going to leave you guys. I will see you at 12:30 for whoever joins, and then if not, I will catch you first thing Monday morning in the boiler room. All right, guys, I'll take care.